So hello everybody, my name is Alireza Yazdi. I'm the founder and CEO of Anyon Systems. We build superconducting quantum computers. So just for those who do not know who we are, as I mentioned, we are a hardware company based out of Montreal. We have an office in Toronto, and recently we also opened an office in Tel Aviv. We build full stack superconducting quantum computers, and let me explain what full stack here means. We are, to my knowledge, the only quantum computing company in the world that makes every major subsystem of a superconducting quantum computer itself. We build a dilution-free cryogenic system to cool down the chips. We design and fabricate superconducting quantum processors. We also make the control electronics that goes to control the qubits. So the picture you see on the right of this slide is the interior of a 24-qubit machine we deployed at a data center in downtown Montreal called Calcul, Quebec. It's in the basement of ETS in downtown Montreal. Those who have not seen it, you could just type Monarch on Google, and toward the end of this presentation, I have a small slide, a small video about the installation of this machine. This is one of our second-generation cryogenic system. At the center, toward the bottom, you see the 24-qubit superconducting quantum processor. We are very focused on building systems, engineering systems, and deploy it into data centers. We learned the hard way that there's a lot going on in the data center that doesn't happen in a lab. You don't have 5 megawatts of power at 60 hertz going around your lab, but it happens in a data center. So a few words about the history of the company. We are one of the oldest companies in quantum computing space, in a rather actually very young industry. We began operation in 2015. The Google Quantum AI team became a customer early on as we were building tools to design larger scale superconducting qubits. Toward the end of 2018, we had the choice of remaining a tool designer, like a software designer, or we become a hardware company, and we chose the hard path of becoming a hardware company. And as I mentioned, we chose the path of building everything in-house. Some people think it's crazy, but it was very important to secure the supply chain. In 2021, we delivered a 6-qubit quantum processor to DRDC, a quantum computer to DRDC. It's still up and running, and it still accepts jobs, and it's one of the, now an old machine, but a happy one. We've also delivered, as I mentioned, a 24-qubit system to Calcul, Quebec. We also have customers outside Canada, in particular, Israeli aerospace industry is a repeat customer, and we're also breaking into new markets. Recently, we changed gear, going from what we call near-term intermediate scale quantum computer, or NISQ machines, towards fault-tolerant quantum computers. And through the generous support by Government of Canada, through the Quantum Computing Championship Program, we're now focused on the next phase of growth. What we're looking at right now, in my opinion, which is very relevant to defense, is that we're seeing a tectonic shift in AI and compute industry. I have 20 years of background in high-performance computing. That's what I do for a living. And I've never seen such a thing that has happened in the past 18 months. We more and more now are going to see, in my opinion, sovereign and on-premise capability demand. I don't believe that we any longer can afford sending data to some super clusters, American-based. You're not going to see data traversing the boundaries of nations. You have to bring all that in the same, under the same roof. We also believe quantum and high-performance computing and AI have to be under the same roof and next to each other. So co-location is very important, and that's what we are focused on. So we think that the next decade favors sovereign data centers as critical, really strategic infrastructure. So to give you an example how we're addressing that, this is the machine, this is the render of the machine we delivered to Calcul, Quebec. It's a 24-qubit system, upgradable to 150 qubits, fully automated. Again, when you're deploying things into a data center, you're focused on making sure things work. So no liquid cryogen, and as I said, it plugs directly into the fabric. So this is the picture of the machine deployed inside the data center. and it's a picture of the interior of the machine. So be on the lookout for our next generation machines. We're looking at a 54-qubit system to deploy and deliver toward the end of the year, and 114-qubit the year after. With that, I don't know if you have, maybe for a few seconds you can see the deployment of the machine. So it's a 60-second recap of a 3 weeks delivery, okay? So the machine was, we first installed the exterior of the machine at the data center. The machine has 4 modules. There's a cryogenics module, there's a gas handling module, there's an electronics module, and a control module. So you will see that each module is being pulled out, plugged out of Anyon, delivered to the client side, and then goes in and plugs in, and is plugged in. So the next module, which is going to come, is the cryogenics module. It's about 2.5 tons. That's the one. We had to build a special jig, that's the gas handling system, just to flip that one. And that's the cryostat. A few weeks ago, we delivered another machine to DRDC Ottawa, and I'd like to thank our partners in DRDC Ottawa for the collaboration. Thank you.